o'clock now on, and I got here about 20 to 9, and it is Thursday 25th of December 2014 on the Bude Peninsula, Widemouthbay. I'm going to make my way down here soon, but I'm waiting for the sun to actually make a proper appearance. There seems to be plenty of blue sky, although it started to clear. There was a lot of cloud earlier on. I saw the sun appear just before Otterham on the A39, round about 22 minutes past 8, above the horizon as predicted by that website I normally see. But the problem was there's a lot of cloud above it, so I decided, well, after all, I wouldn't stop on that road to get some pictures, but for now, happy Christmas. It's 10:06, just about. I'm going to start this interruption. 10:07 now or so. I'm going to get going now. Broke a flask and I'm very upset. I have tea in a moment without a cup of tea, just water and sandwiches. Let's carry on from where I left off last week. Right, I've got to try and do as much as I can by 12 o'clock and find a pub where I can have dinner then. That was planned, of course, but not the breaking of the flask. I've got to feed the boil water with my beach thing that I can put up, but all I can do is add milk to it. I'll see how things go. Another little river stream, meeting the sea up here. Always lovely to be out on Christmas Day doing this type of thing. Real pleasure while playing, praise God. And for Jesus' birthday today, of course, the one we celebrate, even though it may not be on the 25th stream or whatever it is now. And I've got to sort this clock out. He stopped again. That's the other end. Right, get as much done as I can now before tea. Well, dinner. No tea, of course. Here, because you just seem to have nothing but sand dunes, so I might have to get off this bit soon. You get a bit too much. That sandy part here. I can't believe someone's actually drove up here, considering the dangerous state of this path here. It could collapse. And I'm not going to ride to the end in case it does collapse. But anyway, right, yes, I saw a man. You know, the one that was coming along and I had to brake for. Well, he told me where I could find a pub where I could get some dinner. Anyway, because I planned on that. All the 5-pence pieces that I changed. Anyway, oh, look at that. Oh. Yep, it's looking nice, man. Looking nice. Whoa. At the moment, I'm technically, but the toilets were closed, so I've got to find a place where I can wee in a bit of privacy and sort things out from there. That was very hard, that soft sand it was, but rejoining the path now along the Bude Peninsula. Yeah, last occasion I come down on Christmas Day to do the cameraman was 2009, and that was on the Lizard Peninsula, and it had been snowing, although it wasn't snowing on that particular day. There was ice on there, and it was beautiful sky like this, just about. Anyway, it's always a good pleasure to be a place like this on Christmas Day. Praise God for that. So let's carry on there. And it's fine. After I found somewhere to do a discreet wee, Right, tempted to walk up there and get the bike in a minute, but I think the bike there, take this thing off my, you know what I mean, actually it is on my shoulder. Oh boy, it's heavy. No, I was going to say take it off the bike handlebars, but it's on the, not on there. Oh, to the time on my watch anyway, 11:15, after it fell down. And it wasn't a nice week, so it stopped working for, I do not know, because I know I've had some that the battery just goes, even though the battery's in there, it just stops. Works on other things, but not on that. I don't know why. But anyway, let's just do this and then find somewhere to do that wee. It's just crazy. I need to do a wee very soon. Okay. Beautiful day, praise God. Very, very beautiful. Whoa, this is really, really getting tiring. Whew. And you can see the way the path is eroding by looking at this post over here coming out of place. And they've put that what do you call it, rope around the outside, the extra bit. I'm trying to see if I can try and wee up to my right up here, but with all these homes overlooking there, so difficult, but it's so irritating. This is nearly at the place where I parked anyway. Oh, I want to, yes, it's working. I hope I haven't put the exposure up too high, but just looking down from this view is rather great. Okay. My vehicle and eat my sandwiches, drink water is a no tea, but I see a bench behind me to the right, a load of muck at the foot of the bench, and there's a bench here. So I'm going to sit there instead, and then let's see if the coast bends round and then bends in again in a minute. So I'll see what happens. Carry on as things go. La 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 la. Right, okay. Restarting again. 11:16. Hope this is right. Because I could set it by my what was it now? Clock on the phone, but that might be a bit fast. Often it does go a bit fast, and I set the excuse me. I set my clock originally, before it got smashed on the ground, to the Freeview box, and then I set the watch to the Freeview box, to the clock rather, that then stopped. So the watch should be correct, and that must be a bit faster. But before I go any further, this here, that is Crackington Haven, that rock there. You've got that rock there. Wait a minute, let's see if I can. Wrong thing. Just try to get it in focus, and I touched the wrong thing for the exposure now. Before I forget it, you see, I watched a Dr. Ellingham thing on ITV yesterday afternoon, and there was a scene where he went to the he abseiled down a cliff to treat somebody that fallen down there that was trying to get bird's eggs or something like that. But this is a place where it was actually miles away from where they normally make the programme. This is the edge of that place, Crackington Haven, you see, because I recognise the shape of the rock there, like there. So that was it, and then miles and miles away. So anyway, let's carry on along the Bude Peninsula now. In technical terms, I'm going around the bend because this is what's going to happen. Getting to a point now when I turn to my right. Okay. I'm going to be going around another bend in a minute. I've stopped here for the moment. You can see it's caving in the what's it there? The cliffs. So they've put this little thing up there. Stop people going over there. Now, of course, it does make a load of sense then not to do what they are doing down the road there and building houses on here. You see, whoosh, whoosh. You know the temptation is always to go up by the edge and just thump your foot there to see if it's going to all fall down. Then you'll be accused of being a vandal. What is that bird I heard? Is that a god? Wait, something like that. Oh, excuse me. Right. Okay, yes, it's changeable, the weather. Whoa, look at that. Woo! Right. Yes. Oh, the thing that stopped the old sun this morning, you know, by just outside Ottering on the A39, just by that part. That thing stopping the sun again. Goes out quite a long way, the old tide here. Quite a long way considering all those exposed rocks must be where it normally is covered by the sea. showed you the other leg of it. Come round several bends this day as well. Not sure whether I will get this done to Bude and have the dinner there, or what I'm going to do as such. Go to that corner there and see what happens. Check it out. Okay, right, looking down into the mini cove. Oh, really quite pleasant actually. Really quite pleasant actually, if that sound didn't pick up then. Angle. Another angle here. Right, just had a walk through that gap behind me, see if I can spot Bude. Decide what I'm going to do about whether or not I'm going to just go back down that hill, go to the pub down that hill, or should I carry on to Bude? But although I couldn't see Bude, it is too far off, I did see the pub along there, so I am going to continue in a minute going along this way, and then there's a pub just up here on the right. His dad passed away, now he's come to see his mum. It's not a very nice period to come up you know, around Christmas, you know, and it's happened to my mum as well, you know. It's not a very nice thing. He lives in slid down there. Falling. Anyway, Leamington, sorry. Yeah, that's where the ferry is for the Isle of Wight. Right, okay. Yeah, I think what I have to do then, so as I don't get too far away from my motor, is I'll walk this back to my motor, this camera, and then I will go back to my, because it's just gone midday, and then I'll go down the hill to the pub down the bottom there. I'll have dinner there, and then continue hopefully. Right, because if I went up here it could take hours and hours, and then the pub's closed and that's it, you know what I mean. So let's get down here, and before I get too far out of the way, in fact this doesn't go too far away from the let's have a quick look up here and see if there's a way to rejoin it from the road later on. Oh, occasionally the clouds come in again. Yes, if I could go around all those bends around there, it could mean that I don't get to a pub before they close, or stop. I mean, they're big. Let's phrase that properly. That actually looks like a swallow. Swallows are not generally supposed to be here at Christmas. Anyway, what was I going to say now? Always come down now. Yeah, I mean, they might have a period when they stop serving the dinners, even though the pub will be open a bit longer. So, let's go up here a little bit and then back down again. That really did look like a swallow. Christmas Day, a swallow. I don't know if it come on the camera or not, because it's just too far away. Not open apparently, that place there. Oh. So, just going to do a bit of recording around this bit here. This bit here. Looking really high, these cliffs are now. off, but it's okay now. It's now 23 minutes to 2. I'm going to continue. I was waiting for the sun to come out. It was covered in cloud a few minutes ago. I was very disappointed they didn't have any Christmas dinners at the Veiw Hotel, public house. Very, very disappointed. I mean, I could have gone to many other places. Oh dear, my tape's really low, but I decided not to. Oh dear, oh dear. My tape. So, change my tape before I go on any further. Yes, they just, can you see the situation is on here. Display. The actual no, it's the wrong one. Okay, right. Hope that's still recording. I'm going to go on to another tape in a moment. I'll just do this bit here. The sun has come out. Yes, it's a good job I took some dinner with me, just in case. I mean, I thought all the pubs done dinner on this particular day. I can't believe they wasn't doing the thing, but I had 2 very large cups of tea from a pot. And that was the best I could have. They didn't give me sugar though, and I asked, but I thought it would be sort of hanging about around there, but it wasn't. Anyway, let's go over and change this tape. Let's get that tape changed. Now on Thursday 25th December 2014, Christmas Day, 2 PM. Now, I had problems a moment ago changing tape because I put in a tape and thought, oh, it was empty and it wasn't. I hadn't marked it down. I haven't actually marked this one down either. So I'm going to do something about it. And I was looking through the other tapes and I had a problem loading the tapes. So I'm going to just walk down there a moment, just do a little view of this part and then go and collect my stuff. You know what, the minute I start recording again, it's like the sun just suddenly decides to pack up and go. I don't know why. There's 2 paths here by the looks. One goes this way and then that way, and the one through the middle. And walking on there is not exaggerating, like walking on a sponge. It's like bouncy. Maybe not spongy, but it's, you've got to be careful about some of those things that you walk on. Different exposure here. I'm going to go down here a bit and then not all the way, go and collect the bike actually. I was thinking of going all the way down there, going all the way back, but do things properly. And now it's like, well, I think so much rain is on here that it's maybe I shouldn't be standing on here. It feels as if it's squashy, as if it could go down, and you do not want that to happen. So I'm going to turn the exposure down there better. No, you see, the thing is, you're standing on what should be a solid ground underneath, but instead of that, you feel as if you're sinking. It changes the exposure you get again. That must be because there's so much water down here. Now, I decided I won't go down that one. Actually, having seen that, I'll just go a few more feet down this, then go back for the bike. Yes, I mean, that's what happens. It's you can bounce up and down on here if you're acrobatic, but it might be dangerous. Right, let's go back and get the bike, get to the next part of the Bude Peninsula. Suddenly falling down a great big bit, because this ground is so squishy, squashy, you know. You have to be very careful. On the centre path, I'm not going to go back the way I was. That's the part in the centre. Hopefully see a better view of that when I get to the top of this part that I'm going to climb in a minute. It won't slide down beforehand, those last few feet. 28 minutes past 2 PM. Let's see if it's on Zoom actually. But I'm not sure. I've reached the summit. I'm just going down a little bit. Show you some nice views. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's those feet, man? Those feet. There is a way down. That's at the listen to that wind. Okay, let's get away from that wind. Right on view. Oh, blue. Oh, it's going to take quite a while. I'm assuming that might be Bude over there, those houses, but there is a place called Stratton. I think Stratton is the brother, you could say, of Bude. It's on the other side of the A39. And there has been some rain, because, what do you call a rainbow? Oh, just in one moment while I... Okay, there's a rainbow there, in that direction where I'm going, unfortunately. And that's the old satellite station, up there. And that's another rainbow there, where it must be raining somewhere. Okay, let's carry on along the Bude Peninsula then and see what we can get done by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Tea break without a cup of tea, of course. Heck, man. The cameraman can. I love you. Work. Oh, heck, man. Yes, because it's going to save time really, because if I've got to keep taking this off, put it back on, taking it off, putting it back on, it's just going to take laboriously long. So it's better to just walk it down, put the camera down, bring the bike up here, do it that way. A bird walking the pathway in front of me. In fact, I'm going to change the meter. Can't see it now. Oh, there it is. Too far for me to get to now. And I'll just go up to that next corner and collect the luggage. Okay. Yeah, okay. I can see that bird to my right there. I may look at it again in a moment. It's normally a chaff of some sort, I think. Ones that they call them some sort of chaff goes by the sea. But anyway, go and get this stuff in a moment and get as much progress done as I can along the Bude Peninsula. Okay, a funny name for it, Phillips Point Nature Reserve, supported by Heritage Lottery Fund. I haven't checked my numbers yet, but I know that I wouldn't be able to get anything this day anyway, because they wouldn't be open, the shops. Well, never mind. Right, okay. Wow, fantastic. Woo! Right. Cut at this point, then I can't see on my watch because it's too tight around my strap at the moment, but it is, I believe, after 3 o'clock. But there's a few things to do first before tea exposure. Right, there's just few more feet to go behind me, and then I will say, right, tea. At first I thought I'd do some post, but that's not something I can do. I thought it's a flagpole actually, it's telegraph pole, but that's not the material thing. I want to see if I can spot Bude after this next particular part that I've seen a little bit further up. Particular spot to the left with a path. I want to just check and see what might be up there, and that might be the part where I'll stop for tea and see how it goes. It's about 12:30 PM, and I'm right opposite this hotel that says Elegance. I see a sign saying food served. I just want to go up there, walk over there a moment, and double check and see whether that is the case or not. It's more or less the view down here anyway. I put it to that basically, you see, I showed you the time a few minutes ago, and then when I looked at it, it said just about 3:05. I thought that couldn't be right. Looked at my prize back, my watch on the cord of my hand. It said 3:05. That cannot be right. Checked up the phone, and that said 29 minutes to 4, so I think it's about that time, 28 minutes to 4, so I put it on 29 past, but I think it's 3, slow, fast or something. Double check that later maybe, if I do not forget. I tried that Elements place because it said open for food. I went in there. Ah! What is going on? crash behind me. Oh, it's that devil trying to smash my clock again. Never mind. Right, and I went in there, said reception, there was absolutely no one there, just a sign to phone this number when you arrive, which I didn't want to do. Just wanted to ask them if what's the food situation like, etc, etc. That was the one I was originally considering, the first one I was considering booking at first when I came down here, if I stopped the night anyway, but the sun is going in again now, so I don't know what to do. Just give it wait a few more minutes here. I thought of continuing on to Bude and see if anything was there, but looking at the situation, it's just not clever. The sun is being blocked. What can you do? So I'll just wait a few minutes, and if I think there's not much more that can be done because the sun is blocked out, then I'll have to call it a finish for the day. Probably not going to get any more done. I just noticed, which I'd totally forgotten about, down here is Tintagel Parish Church, because I'm sort of well acquainted with what that coastline is. That is Tintagel, that one is, and that is the church. Behind there, just about, I can see it, but I can't get a total. Let me see if I can get it on my belt a bit better, so I can have a more steadier view if I can. Right, maybe I'm not going too much, but that's where the castle is on the end, the island, and that one, I suppose, further down, oops, the coast there. I think we can see roughly to about Newquay or somewhere like that, a bit sticking out there. Right, okay, I will. Yeah, it's strange it is, because I saw some sun streaming on those hills over there, and no, I've changed these exposure up again, there now, but I couldn't understand how there was sun shining on that hill up there, yet the sun's behind me. What can you think? That might be, but anyway, I'm not going to get anything more done today, I don't know. Just going to walk down to that little bit down there, where those rocks are, and standing there in a massive cold as well. It's okay. See, I don't know whether these are artificial paths. There's something coming down here, but when he sort of bounces up and down, it's dangerous to go on it. What can I do? It's really chilly. The idea is that the idea should be that you'll be perspiring and perspiring while you're doing this, and you won't even know that there's a cold wind blowing. You're standing there waiting while the sun is trapped behind behind the clouds, of course. It is roughly 6 minutes to 4, according to this, 5.5 minutes to 4 PM. Looking at what's happening up there, I've decided, let's just walk over a bit and see if I can explain a bit better. Right, she might break out. I was just going to say, it looks as if it had no chance of breaking out, but it's going to break out by the looks of it. But anyway, I was thinking I'll just leave it and then go back to the vehicle, and then I'll try and manage the manner where I was going to book the night, but I won't book the night now, but I see where I'm up there, they're doing dinners there. Right, okay. anyway, it is, if this is correct, 17 past 4. I decided I would come back to I haven't seen the sun reappear, but I'm going to try that place at Nanslow Manor. I wasn't going to put the exposure up, but it is looking quite dark here. It's a bit better. Yeah, try that one at Nanslow Manor and see whether they do dinners down there. But anyway, the main thing is I think I'm going to write on Facebook about this, because it's really disgraceful to think that, you know, people that are on their own, just that once a year maybe go out there and have a dinner in a pub, you know, by yourself, you know, other people there. And instead of doing that, they're not serving dinners. What's wrong with them? They're taking a lot of money coming in there, and it's just crazy. But anyway, I won't put that exposure up any higher. I was hoping that I'd see some Christmas light displays, but there's none about from what I've seen. I might have spotted some at Bude, but I'm not going to go up there to look there. I'm just going to start going towards Nanslow Manor. I might drive towards Bude to see if there's anything up there, otherwise I do not know. I might go back to Bude and see if there's anything like where you might get something that might be serving food tonight. It's just the atmosphere. It's not that I haven't got food, it's just this is what I plan to do. It's just terrible when they mess it up by deciding not going to do it, you know. The clock actually, I think my phone clock was 1 minute slow, which meant that all times on this clock were 4 minutes behind, remember. So now I've got that right again. I've stopped here to show one of these farmers Christmas lights displays. I wanted to stop here a few minutes ago, but there's somebody right up my backside continuously. I had to went past it, and then I had to turn round when he turned off. Actually, turned off down the Boscastle turn off or something like that. But anyway, yeah, I had an Indian meal, and it was good. About 5 o'clock, brilliant. I left about 6 o'clock. Fantastic, praise God. Although this day has been the most loneliest Christmases I've had. But anyway, I just want to get out here quickly and show this display. There was no public lights display in Bude. If anybody had any, it would have been privates on their, or, you know, in their own homes or on the outside. And there was none at Widemouthbay either. So strange really. And I didn't really want to stop pointing this device in people's windows or, well, gardens. I know I've taken pictures of their gardens before, but that wasn't like this. It was just a small clip thing. So I'm going to go out and show you the farmer's Christmas light display on Christmas Day. Okay. Along the A39. Where is it exactly? Near to Otterham, I think. I think it's probably better to do it a distance than come up close, because you won't really see them in their entirety if you're too far up. Admire this farmer for doing that. Take a phone picture as well in a moment, I think. And there's the old moon up there. So, right, probably going to be one of your only displays for Christmas Day, but there you are. You can't seem to see that. I'll do it afterwards when I get in, but Christmas lights I've ordered now. A village that I go through with these roads where I get convoys of headlights along these dangerous roads that I can't use my 4 headlights on. So I go down here through this what place I do, and it's pretty good. I go through here, lovely river there as well, or stream or whatever, and it's a lot better than going through these main roads, because you just cannot see the road properly in front of you on the left otherwise. You can't use your 4 headlights in these dangerous roads, so I thought I'd come here this way. I've noticed a Christmas display, and I'll show you from the other side in a minute. Right, let me. So let's finish this one for now. I might see some more, but only when I can stop with safety, not in dangerous places, of course. I think I'm going to have to do the exposure in a minute. After a bit of chaos, it's now 14 minutes to 12 AM on Monday the 29th of December 2014. I started out very early this morning, but lots and lots of trouble. Well, first of all, I woke up at 10 to 5, and I sort of put my torch on in the room so it wouldn't be too bright and too dark, and had a few snoozes, got up at 10 to 6. Everything seemed okay at first. I left about, I thought it was 7:45, but maybe 7:30, something like that. I went to Morgan, see if I could get some cash out, but it was closed, so got some fuel, etc, etc. At, where is it, Sainsbury's, 3 gallons. Then I realised that I'd left my spare battery at home, and so after hard thinking I decided I'd have to go back, and then I found that some of my lunch or dinner, that was the after thing, and some of the, not just that, the toffee or whatever things that I like to have to sweeten my tea, was still in the carrier bag on the door handle that I left by the door as I was coming out, which was designed to be put there so I wouldn't forget. And then I left again about 8:15, and it took me till yeah, I spoke to some woman at that place where I normally do a quick wee actually this morning, long way. Said the road is okay as long as you drive with care. There was a terrible ice pitch actually at that place round down the bottom of the hill between Coldrose and Morgan. I forget what they call it now, but anyway, right, long way from here though, but never mind. I got here though from about 8:15 to 10:15 it took me to get here, but then I had my tea break where I parked the motor by the fuel station in Bude, and then it took me just about ages to get everything set up to carry it down here, and then popped off to use the lavatory as well while I was there. And a good job I did, because there's a heck of a lot of people been walking past here. And then these hills. Took the bike, tried to cycle the bike up, but these hills are very hard. I should really take a walking stick with me for this part. It's beautiful. These are the people who on the TV calling it mild when it rains and there's snow and there's wind and cloud and none of this sunshine. A blue sky, that's what I call mild. Do my head in. Also they do my head in what that weather presenter, I'm entitled to an opinion, nothing personal, but that weather presenter on breakfast TV this morning keeps calling it morning when it's still dark out there, whereas the male presenters, they will say the rest of the night, when the night's finished, except that it's still light, dark out there, so it's night. But she always says morning, you know. I didn't show you last week. I didn't show you last week, of course. Very much. It's lovely when it's sunny like this, but horrible when it's the conditions these weather forecasters claim to be mild. Oh boy, because whenever you get those conditions you don't get the sunshine. And then it's done a walking my ways. So man. Right, okay, careful does it. I just go a little bit further there and come back. And I'll see what I can do. I was thinking, actually before I go too further, I'll save that part to the next section, further up, that bit of chat. Oh, I think I will dip the exposure just a wee bit. Okay, I could have turned that light thing filter down, but it's okay. Whoa, this is absolutely 100% spot on and great. You see, okay, yeah, I'll do it from here. You see, unless you know where you're looking at, well then, you won't know where Bude is. Because I just realised after not being here, I thought it was 10 years, but it was 9 years really. I did go up there, obviously Christmas Day, and I went up there when I was there before on an earlier period to post something. But you see, Bude is actually inland, but this part follows along here, and you won't see a town here. But behind one of those bits where you cannot see, it sort of goes inland, and you see the harbour. And basically, when you're following that main road out there, you will find a situation where the road, all of a sudden you get homes. If you're going from Widemouthbay end to Bude end, you suddenly get homes suddenly appear on the left-hand side. So, but what you do not know is that there is a gap after that behind them, between them and the sea, and that gap is this coastal part here, which has not been built on. And I hope to God no greedy developers do decide they're going to suddenly build on it, because it wouldn't be very nice. You know, people don't come here to see loads of buildings on the side. They come to see unspoilt places along here. But that's why you can't spot Bude from here. Cannot spot Bude from here, actually, because it's inland a bit. So we're going to walk over this part now. Okay, right, well, not really much to see. We're going to stop for tea soon, dinner. I know it's going to be after midday, but a few minutes after midday. We'll see if I can at least get behind those houses there if I can. Just a few through the opening here. Yeah, you see quite a bit. This is the bike cam, let's call it. Gonna stop again in a minute though, but I didn't want to lift it off to get this view because I want to make a bit of progress. I have to check the camera, just handlebars then. That's what the problem was here. It's another view. View here. I'll take the camera off the handlebars when I get to that bench up there. Can the camera off the thing. Wow. Whew. Who'd think you'd see a load of old flies appearing in this? Oh. Right, okay. Talks to me, baby. Just a little thing I made up. Torque screwdriver. Okay. Whoa. There you are then. And yeah, this mud can be very slippery. It was slippery a few minutes ago for me. That wasn't what made the camera nearly fall off the thing though. I don't know what that was, but it's just a question of being careful. That's all that is about. The temptation is to sit down here and have dinner now when I haven't even done anything much yet, but I want to see if I can just get round that corner a little bit further to that next bend after that fence, and then that'll be an ideal place to stop for tea. Here? Oh, wait a minute, did I go to the end part? Oh, did I did, didn't I? I did. That was on the corner there. I keep doing the same bit again and again. Right. So I'm thinking of getting to just a wee bit around that corner there and then stopping for tea. From here. But there's nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. So I'm going to go get the bike round that corner, man. Bring it up here as quick as I can, man. Bit here is just basically the land next to this fence, which I presume is put here because of coastal erosion only. So there's not really much to show you here. A bit more to carry on before we get to the end of this. A bit more to carry on till we get to the end of this gate here. I hope it's not an awkward opening gate though. There. So just walk through here for a moment. I'll bite through in a minute if I can. Yes, if I can, I'll sort that out in a moment. That awkward opening gate, the bike through there, and then it's time for dinner. See, the road is getting further away as homes appear on this particular side, you see. Right, look at that then. That is absolutely fantastic, praise God. Especially that large, gigantic rock face